All right, shalom, shalom. Peace, Israel. It's Brother Zaquan from Prophets in Babylon, camped out here in Tampa, Florida. I'd like to give our glory, honor, and praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH. The bonus to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who do teach and real well. And peace and salutations to the hopeful less scattered abroad. All right, today you can see here, touching back up on a recent lesson I just did. All right, the doomsday clock is at 90 seconds. All right, 90 seconds and counting. Okay. And I seen this article on Newsbreak, going into it, that these devils are trying to, ease you into the fact that, time is short. Okay. You have one of the headlines that said, we are kind of in this danger zone. Doomsday clock inches closer to midnight. Okay. They said we are kind of, okay, which they're saying kind of, which we can clearly see that it's not kind of. We are literally about to be in full-fledged nuclear war. All right, it's all in the hands of YAHAWASHI. All right, but if you're watching and paying attention, you see what's going on. Things are amping up. Okay. Revelation 11:14. It says the second woe was past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. All right. Well, we're going into these world wars. All right. It's only prophesied to be 3 world wars, and the third woe is coming quickly. The third destruction is coming. All right. And it says we're kind of in this danger zone. Doomsday clock inches closer to midnight. We're not kind of in the danger zone. We're already in the danger zone, man. If you're in the land of America right now, standing, all right, you're already in your enemy's territory if you're so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American. Okay. I'm gonna grab this. It's the article. It says 73 years after Hiroshima, Japan was leveled in an atomic explosion, the city recently hosted the world leaders at the G7 summit. Survivors of the bombing implored the leaders to ensure that devastation is never repeated. But a leading nuclear war watchdog has determined the risks of nuclear war are the highest since it began counting. 2 years after the United States dropped bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945, the Bulletin of the Atomic Scientists points to the perils of war between the nuclear-armed Russia and Ukraine, which nuclear-armed NATO is supporting. Says we are kind of in this danger zone, said Sharon Shakwani, a professor at the Elliott School of Public Affairs at the George Washington University, who helped make that determination. All right. And I'll more than likely have this chart up, but there's a chart, okay, that has the countdown. And the point that we're making, is these devils are trying to sweet talk you back to bed. They're trying to sweet talk you into thinking that everything is going to be okay. Oh no, we're kind of in the danger zone. No, you're in the danger zone. All right, this is Bible prophecy. It's bound to happen. Okay, I want to grab this. All right, because we all understand ultimately that YAHAWASHI is the one bringing the judgment. We ultimately understand that the Lord created these scientists to create these nukes. All right, these weapons of destruction, man. Isaiah 54:16 says, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth as an instrument, and bringeth forth an instrument for his work. I have created the waster to destroy. So the Lord created these scientists and put that thought in their head. Hey, we want to split atoms and create nuclear bombs. Okay. The Lord is the one who created these scientists to create these nukes. All right. I have created the waster to destroy. Okay. The Lord put that thought in these scientists' head. All right. To split atoms. All right. And if you think down to the level, all right, atoms are all around you. They're microscopic. These devils are able to split that, man. All right. So that's power only given from YAHAWASHI. Okay. That's not just something that's normal. Okay. Grab this. Continuing on, it says in January the doomsday clock was set at 90 seconds to midnight. Midnight defined vaguely if disturbingly as an atmosphere where civilization is no longer possible, or where great swaths of it's going to be a world in which you are not going to want to live. It says the number had never been higher, not even in the depths of the Cold War. All right, if you know what happened, Russia was trying to destroy America during that time. Okay, and the Lord is putting that spirit back on them. The Lord is riding up the Medes. Okay, and in the time, it shows the different times where the time periods. Like, see if I can try to zoom in from about 1947, the clock was around 7 minutes. Then in 1991, it shot up to 17 minutes. All right, and back down to 2023, it's below. It's right at 90 seconds. All right. So I'll have this chart up to in the video, and I want to jump down here to this too, because they have a chart of life expectancy from 1951 to 2021. And I'll read this. It says life expectancy from 1951 to 2021. It says from 1950, your life expectancy was up to 50 years. 1960, it went down, and it says up to 2021, it went up to 70 years. I'm gonna grab the description. It says, despite the assessment that the world has been heading towards the apocalypse, lifespans have also generally improved over the decades, and the number of nuclear weapons has declined over time, but are still seen as more than sufficient to annihilate humanity. Right? All right. So they're showing you that the expectancy has been declining over the years. People's lifespans have improved. There hasn't been a war since 1945, is when World War II ended, all the way until 2021. All right. So this chart is showing, all right, the expectancy of people, like the years that they have been, without war, basically. The average person's life expectancy is up to 70 years from 1950 all the way to 2021. It says that the number of nuclear weapons has declined over time, but are still seen as more than sufficient to annihilate humanity. All right. Apart from the U.S. and Russia, 9 countries are armed with nuclear weapons: the United Kingdom, France, China, North Korea, India, Israel, and Pakistan. 3 of those nations are members of the G7, which in Hiroshima collectively called for continued non-use of nuclear weapons, transparency, and dialogue between nuclear and non-nuclear states. All right, and I'll have this chart up too. It says the joint statement also justifies weapons that serve defense purposes, deter aggression, and prevent war and coercion. Okay, let me look this word up. Coercion it means force. It's to prevent war, and forceful actions. All right, so I'm gonna grab this. Revelation 9:16, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them going into these nuclear missiles. Babylon is prophesied to be destroyed by 200 million thermonuclear missiles. Okay, it's 200,000 to 1,000. That's 200 million, and I heard the number of them. Okay. This land is prophesied to be destroyed with 200 million nukes. And you see the expectancy. People have been living long, great lives ever since World War II has ended. Okay? But that's coming to an end. All right, the clock is down to 90 seconds. 90 seconds and counting. And it's counting down. What's coming at the end of that countdown? 200 million nuclear ICBMs. All right. I'm going to grab one more... Grab this jump back up. I'm gonna grab this. I'm getting it out here. Second Ezra 5:1. All right, coming into these times. It says, nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold, the days shall come, where they that which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. All right, we know we have these plagues, all right, to come. We still have the time of Jacob's trouble and many things to go through. Okay, it says, they that which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number. All right, the people that's on this earth are about to experience famine, death, nuclear war. Okay, it says they shall be taken in great number, meaning a lot of people are gonna be dying, like 1,000 to that left, 10,000 to that right. People are gonna be dropping, dead. People's gonna be dropping. It says, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. The way of truth is gonna be hidden. The Lord is gonna take wit going into this knowledge with ultimately his men, the elect, off the scene. All right, you're not gonna be able to just have this word so freely as you once had it before. Okay. It says, but iniquity shall be increased above that which thou now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago. All right, the times you're coming into, sin is about to be added upon sin. All right, people about to be doing some wicked things that you never thought you'd ever see people do before. All right, like we said, the clock is down to 90 seconds. All right, the clock is 90 seconds and counting, and niggas about to lose their shit. Okay. It says, in the land that thou seest now to have root, shalt thou see wasted suddenly, which is the point. The land that you now see to have root, Babylon, it has stability. All right, it has root. You got benefits here, this, that, and the third. All right, it's gonna be wasted suddenly by 200 million thermonuclear ICBMs. All right, the doomsday clock is at 90 seconds and counting. All right, and this Bible prophecy that America is gonna be destroyed by 200 million thermonuclear missiles. People have had over 70 plus years from 1945 on up until now. But the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe is coming quickly. And it's not even been 80 years, and the third world war is already here. All right, so YAHAWAH is out. This lesson was edifying and straight to the point. I'd like to give our glory, honor, and praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who do teach it real well. And peace and salutations to the hopeful that scattered abroad. Until next time I do say, Shalom and a Bible ball soon.